Okay, so now we're going to start running the air tubing that's going to run from the control module or solenoid module down to the actual color change valves. All right, we're going to start on this side, and this is the dump side or the color change valve on the outlet of the pump. It's marked dump, so I'm going to connect the air line to that, and I'm going to run it right down and connect. The top valve is going to be the dump valve. This is the one that I had the back pressure regulator on, and I removed it just so it's a little bit visual, more clear. And basically, I'm just going to take my tubing cutters, and we're going to cut it off. We're going to connect it in, and then we're just going to work our way down. So because this is the second catalyst pump, it's going to start with catalyst 3. I'm going to go into that connection, and I'm going to come down. And the way this works on the color change stack down here is the top lone one is always either the solvent or the dump valve. And the first valve on this stack is going to be at the bottom kitty corner or on the opposite side of the dump. So this valve down here. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, and the next one we're going to go to catalyst 4. And of course, that's going to be the last one. All right, we're going to do the same thing now for the inlet, and then it's going to be, instead of being dump, it'll be solvent supply. And again, that'll be at the top. And then catalyst 3 is going to be across and at the furthest bottom. And then catalyst 4, one over. We'll do the same thing for all the other solenoid modules as well. Okay, so we've finished up with all the connections on the solenoid boxes, and we ran airline tubing from the solenoid outputs to the appropriate color change blocks. Once we finished that, we had to tap back into the main air supply so we could bring air out to each one of these solenoid boxes. Basically what we did is we brought the air into this one, and then we just daisy chained all the way back until we terminated at the last solenoid box. Along with that, we also had to run the CAN cables. So we started from the non-intrinsically side of this board. We ran it through the strain relief on the side of the cabinet. We came out to one of the solenoid boxes, and it doesn't matter which one. You can just connect to one and then come out and then connect into the other one, just like we did with the airlines, until we terminate at the last one. All right, along with that, we also ran our ground cables. So ground points. Each solenoid box has a ground point. Each pump has a ground point, as well as one main ground to the main cabinet on the side of the box. In addition to that, you're going to have to bring local power in, follow local electrical codes, and connect right to the inbound terminal box on the side. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the TSL cups on the pump, and we'll talk about where all the fluid lines will run from the TSL to the pump. Okay, here's the TSL cup. I'm just going to pull the rubber binder off there, and we'll take the lid off, and down inside is going to be the packet of connectors. On the bottom side, we have all the connectors that are already installed, and then the cup itself has got a clip on it that's just going to clip right to the nut on the pump, and it's just going to sit on the top side. The next thing we're going to do is we'll pull a hose barb out, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to install hose barbs on each valve, one on the top side of the pump and one on the bottom side of the pump.